The rise of Nordic cooking is a new phenomenon, but it's not the first time that Scandinavia's grabbed a big slice of the international cultural limelight. Back in the 70s, it was Swedish music that did it. Like many British teenagers, I was captivated by 4 young Swedes who took the world by storm. So naturally, I'm jumping at the chance to finally catch up with them. The ABBA Museum is a glitterball shrine to the band that won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1974 and went on to become the biggest pop band of all time, selling nearly 400 million records. And now I get to pay them my own special tribute.
I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. Ain't it sad?
Since opening in May 2013, this museum has allowed hundreds of thousands of ABBA fans like me to sing out of tune, dance like idiots, and immerse themselves completely in sheer ABBA heaven.
It's a rich man's world. Well, I think I absolutely murdered that. It'll go down in history. I guess I just revealed myself as a closet ABBA fan. Not even a closet ABBA fan, actually. As Ersat's interactive pop experiences go, that was fantastic. In fact, about the only thing I can think of to top it would be the real thing.
And now I get to meet the man who's probably caused more people to hum, whistle and sing along than anyone else on the planet.
And I remember waiting for Money, Money, Money to come on the radio, and as soon as it did, I pressed play, and it was the first song on my first ever compilation tape.
Björn Ulvaeus has often been hailed as the creative genius behind ABBA. Despite his global fame and fortune, he still lives in Stockholm.
Those words just came into my head. Money, money, money. It sounded so good. And then I wrote a story around that.
When ABBA emerged quite rapidly onto the international scene, what do you think Swedes thought? Because Swedes are quite a modest, self-contained bunch on the whole.
Nothing like that had happened ever before. We were assuming that nothing out of this country could make it outside, other than here and there, you know, but other stuff, yes, cars and stuff, but not music. We opened a door, because after that, of course, we've had an extraordinary success in exporting music to the rest of the world. We, per capita, probably export more music than any other country.
ABBA's unprecedented international success broke with an ancient Swedish tradition of modesty and restraint, something for which they have a special word here.
What does lagom mean?
Lagom, yes.
Lagom.
Which,
Lagom.
And there's no equivalent word, is there, in English? Just enough.
People say just enough, not too much.
Not too much, just enough.
Did ABBA break the sort of Swedish cultural tradition of lagom?
Certainly.
By being excessive?
Really excessive, you know. They say it's 380 million records sold, which is excessive, isn't it?
That is excessive.
Yeah.
I think Björn neatly represents two sides of the Swedish character, hugely successful, but also very modest.
If you'd told my 9-year-old self as I was recording ABBA tracks off the radio onto my tinny little tape recorder that nearly 40 years later I'd be sitting in a garden chatting with Björn, the genius behind ABBA, well, I certainly wouldn't have believed you. And probably the only thing more thrilling I could have thought of would have been sitting in a garden with Frida and Agneta. I guess you can't have it all.